Alright. Day 9 of our horror shorts. Never Left. This one is by Kiak Company? Kiak Company? Came out 4 months ago. Looking at $500,000. Decent. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see who never left. Hopefully somebody good. Samuel Tolda. What are you listening to? Is this the TV playing that? What the fuck? And who's this? Your upstairs neighbor? Maybe turn on the lights. It is your house, sir. No, turn on your lights. Who that? Oh shit, okay, OG? Boys blinking fools. Yep, time to go. Alright, now the chair's following me. We have another chair trying to be scary. And it might be succeeding considering my boy is now on his legs, on his back. Somebody's sitting in it now? Okay, alright. How you doing, man? Or woman? Is that him? This is Zombie Chris Hansen. Why don't you take a seat for me? I saw Plaid and I thought it was the same guy, but no, it's a different person. He was never gone. Who? Dog, if you don't turn on your lights, you are still using these. Oh my god. Oh, grits. Can't even open your own door. Oh! Hi, sir. You want him to take a sit? You know, as scary as this is, I would definitely be like asking questions and saying like, why do you want me to take a seat right now, sir? Like, reassure me, I'm terrified. You got me fucked up. I would have been at that door still, using my whole weight. What the freak? Is that Jeepers Creepers? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what happened. Okay, so first thing I just noticed, right? I just noticed this. Very telling, right? 500,000 views, right? Not even 10K likes. I did just notice that, okay? Not to point that out. 3K likes to 500,000 views is kind of insane. Let me read the comments. No, actually no. Let's read the description. At first, it's just a noise, then a drag chair, a door that shuts by itself. The kind of details you almost convince yourself you imagined. But when the chair appears where it shouldn't, and when a message is suddenly scratched into the wall, you know it's real and you're not alone. Never Left is a psychological horror short that builds tension slowly and relentlessly. A haunted house story told through silence, movement, and sound design that crawls under your skin. The fear that something or someone never really left. All right. God damn, I have to read the comments. Okay, y'all, we're gonna read the comments and then I'll give you my scare factor review. Real quick, let's hop into it. Apparently this man is very prejudiced against light switches. I did say it is your house. You should be able to turn on the light switches. You know, that's just my thoughts. You should be able to turn on your light switches. Maybe he should have sat down. Spirits seem nice. You know, I was thinking that too. What happens if you sit down on the chair? Or at least ask it, what happens if you sit down on the chair, you know? I feel like that'd be a chance. I would have left when I heard the screeching upstairs. Me as well, because I thought those were his, like, upstairs neighbors. But the fact that it was just, like, his upstairs and he lives by himself, that would have at least got me to turn on the lights, you know? Sorry, 101. Whatever you do, by no means turn on any lights. If the main door is locked, which is usually done to prevent entry, not exit, don't ever think about breaking open a window. That's a big no-no. Yeah, you know, also, I don't really know if he checked to see if it was locked. But also make sure it was unlockable. Why would you want to drag chairs? And that grown-ass man afraid of chairs moving? Just go sit in one and see how far it moves. Why can't we all just support people's creative ideas, perfect or not? I think the creators want us to critique their short films. They can improve them. That is true. Which is what I am going to do real quick. So, I'm going to be honest. This short film was the equivalent of a roller coaster doing one of those really fast takeoffs and then doing one loop and then just being left and rights for the rest of the ride until you get back to the start, right? What I mean by that is it started off interesting. You know, I was very much into it, the story of the short film, trying to figure out what it is that this entity wanted from this man. And then we got the final bit, which is like a jump scare that I don't even really claim as a jump scare because it just was like it's like a game over cutscene. He's looking at the door, and then Hands back to him. And then we just get flickers of this monster. No real explanation. Not even explanation. Like, obviously, you don't really need explanations for what it is that is going on. You kind of figure that out on your own, you know. But I do feel like it could have been better. There wasn't really any part in which I was jumping or yelling or screaming, you know. So it wasn't really scary to me. This will be the first time I do this, probably, hopefully the last. But scary factor, right? I would honestly give this a 1 out of 5. And again, it's because at no point was I really terrified. If anything, like this final scene here just kind of turned me off. I do feel like it could have been better. Also, why is it like some kind of naked haunted gremlin thing, but like in all the other parts it's like a dude standing there in boots and in a long sleeve flannel? Like, what? Why does it change? Did it get naked at the door and then just decide to attack him? Like, it's an entirely different entity. Were they like, was this entity like actually trying to save this guy and like telling him you have to sit in the chair or else this gremlin's gonna come and eat you because it's never left, it's been in your walls this whole time, and the only way you can save yourself is if you take this seat? Now, I did just make that up. If that's the actual intended thing, which I kind of highly doubt that is, they definitely could have leaned more into it and like expressed that a little bit more. And it still could have ended up the same way. If it ended up the same way, it still would have been a pretty good film. But yeah. Um Day 9. Yeah.